Now this morning I have on the table in the kitchen an ancient Cossor Melody Maker model 524 valve radio. And as with a lot of this kit, when you get it you find that it is full of dust. Now obviously you can't sort of wipe it all down and try and clean it that way. So the solution, it's a bit desperate, was to use the vacuum cleaner. And what I've done is to put some winemaker's hose in the end and carefully seal it up with insulating tape. And that gives you, of course, a little nozzle that you can carefully go along with, aided of course by the trusty paintbrush so you won't damage anything. Strangely enough, the vacuum cleaner I'm using was itself made by Cossor. There you are, you see. I can see in here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 valves of various different types, or tubes if you will. There's one at the back there. I'm doing this with the power off, needless to say. Having a look in here is all well and good, but frying yourself, that's a dodgy idea. The speaker is a Richard Allen unit. I can tell that by the colour. It hasn't got its label on it anymore. I expect the heat made it drop off. But having got this far and cleaned out a lot of the rubbish, there's a bit more in the bottom of the case to get rid of. Obviously you're not going to get rid of it all, and you do have to look carefully if you're poking into a hole like that. Make sure there's nothing in your way, So the mains cable is a painfully thin thing, and it feels like bell wire. I don't think it's stranded or anything. And that was the only reason why this thing had been dumped. The mains cable had come away under there, actually parted company, which is not surprising because it is pretty horrible stiff stuff, and the grommet it goes in is big enough to take a piece of braided cable as you'd use on an iron or something, and that would very probably look right. So I think that's what I'm going to do in the interest of safety, Alright, let's see what happens. No, there we are, that's looking promising. The lamps come on. It may be that you won't get an awful lot out of this here because reception hereabouts is not that good. I can push my rather crude aerial in there, and you never know, that might enable us to get something. Oh yes, the old valves are warming up slowly. Yeah, here they come. It's a funny thing, it's almost magical, isn't it, the way they hot up. The casing on this, I think it's Bakelite, but it's a lovely looking, I don't know if it's wood or what really. Looks as if it could almost be sort of walnut intended to be, but it is Bakelite. Now let's see, I don't know what we're actually set to. That's tuning, that knob there. Oh yeah, something's gonna happen. Wonder if I can get anything out of it on FM. No, it doesn't look as if the signal's strong enough. So the middle one there is the tone, and the outer one is the volume. Let's try it on AM. Well, there we are. That doesn't sound too bad, does it? Considering it's only an AM station. There isn't a little magic eye or anything on here, but there are some names that evoke radio of years ago. You've got Third, Light, and I don't doubt on here somewhere Home, which used to be the three main BBC channels. There we are, that's a bit better for you. Just a quick look in the back again for those of you who want to drool at the valves. It looks to have all the original valves in it. They've all got Cossor on them. I don't know how big that speaker is. 10 by 6. It might even be 12 by 6. It's huge. But all told, not a bad little set. Anyway, with that, I must love you and leave you. This will take ages to upload because it's a bit longer than usual. Bye for now.